Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and let's get graphic. Alright, that was a little uncalled for, but hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie and thank you so much for stopping by and welcome to the start of the Let's Get Graphic Readathon. If you didn't know what this Readathon is, it is basically a 24-hour graphic novel, manga, comic readathon hosted by my really good friend Gwen from Gwendolyn Kinsinger, Keisha from A Book Like You, and Elizabeth from Ponytails and Paperbacks. I've basically already stated what this readathon is, but 24 hours and it's just reading as much graphic novels, manga, comics. I think those are the main three. I'm still a newbie when it comes to graphic novels and those type of books, but I'm really excited because I do enjoy them. I'm just super picky. I'm actually getting ready to run out the door and go get this Friday started. I think the readathon is from 8 p.m. on Friday to 8 p.m. on Saturday. However, I make my own rules, so I'm starting it now technically, even though I'm not going to start reading. But I thought before I jetted out the door I would show you the books that I have, because I can't bring all of them with me because that would just be crazy. But yeah, let me just grab them real quick. Okay, so probably the three that I'm like most excited to read is the whole Lore Olympus graphic novel series. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3. So these are the three that I'm like most excited to read. I'm hoping I like the first one, that I want to continue in the other series. But I'm going to start tonight. I want to start this one during the reading sprints that are happening tonight on Gwen's channel. This is Lore Olympus Volume 1. It's by Rachel Smith, and this is, I guess, a love story between Persephone and Hades. I'm not familiar with Greek mythology, so unless you count Hercules from Disney, that's about it. But I am choosing this one as like my color palette because I love pinks. I love like dark blues and things like that. Like I just, so I'm super excited to read this one. I'm hoping I like the first one, that I want to continue in the series. So the reading prompts are one word title, an animal on the cover, or a story about an animal, and then your favorite color palette. So I'm going to use volume 1 as the color palette that I like, and also it does have a horse on it, so there you go. I also have Cece's Journal volumes 1 and 2 all mixed into this one. So this is probably the other one that I'm like mostly excited about. I'm not sure what this one is about, but I do know that Gwen and I know Keisha really like Cece's Journal. So hopefully I like this one as well. And I'm glad that I have like both volumes in a way. I just know it's about a little girl who is interested in being a writer or a journalist. I don't know. Then I actually picked up 2 other books from the library. I have Happily Ever After and Everything in Between. It's from the same author as Quiet Girl in a Noisy World. I really liked that one, and I saw this one and look how cute and small it is. So I think this is the one I'm going to take with me to read on my lunch break, so that way I can kind of get started. Plus it's really small and I feel like I could fly through that. Then I have this one, which I saw Gwen actually either recommended this one or she just got this one, I think, for her birthday. But it's City of Secrets by Victoria Ying, and I'm not sure what this one is about. It just says, can keeping a secret keep a whole city safe? So I don't know. I know there's the whole series. Looks like it's got some really pretty, you know, graphics and things like that. So yeah. And then I got a notification this morning that there are 2 other books at the library that are graphic novels ready for me to pick up. So I will probably do that on my lunch break as well. So anyways, I'm running a little bit behind. Let's go ahead and cue the B-roll. Alrighty, so I am currently on lunch break. I just parked off to the side of the library so I'm going to eat my Philly cheesesteak, the other half that I did not eat yesterday. But I did also go to the library. I did also run to the library because there was 2 more graphic novels that came in. The first one I have is Royale. Oh my god, I can't even say it. The first book I have is Batter Royale batter, like cake batter. So I think this one has to do with like a cake competition. Oh, look at the pretty colors in this one. Like stunning artwork. Okay, I'm like really excited to read this one. Okay, because I looked online and it looked like it was in black and white, so I was a little underwhelmed by that. And then I saw a bunch of people posting on Instagram that they were going to be picking Unfamiliar, which I have not heard or seen this one, but it just looked really cute, like a witchy type of graphic novel. So that makes me really excited. So I picked up those 2 books and I'm going to sit here and catch up on all my Marco Polo chats because I feel like I always get behind because I'm stuck at work. So Readathon starts in about 6 minutes. So I'm really excited. You're literally standing on my TBR, but I wanted to give you an update that I will be starting Unfamiliar, and this is by Haley Newsome. And I read this on my lunch break after picking it up at the library, and from what I gather, it's about a witch, a kitchen witch, I think, and she has this like pet, I think he's a rabbit. You have to let me know if I'm wrong. But she moves into a new home, a place where she can finally be herself and maybe make a few friends. Unfortunately, she discovers her perfect house is haunted, really haunted. So that's all I really know. I was able to read the first chapter, which I didn't even know graphic novels had chapters. So I'm very new to graphic novels. I have read a few in the past, but not too much. So this is like the first chapter right here. So I'm getting ready to start chapter 2. And she made a new friend. Look how cute is she? So yeah, that's my update. I have a big bottle of water. And I just ate dinner, but if I get hungry, I do have some Cheez-Its because it's like my new favorite obsession now. So anyways, let's get graphic.
You're gonna introduce yourself, your channels, your Instagram, what you're gonna be reading, or starting with, I should say.
Yeah, do you want me to go first?
Sure.
So I'm Elizabeth, and I'm so glad Gwen asked me to be involved in this readathon because I've been looking forward to it since you talked about it, which was 2 months ago, 1 month ago.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side.
relate to this. My cheeks hurt from smiling. So cute. I finished Unfamiliar too. It's so cute.
Yeah. Okay. Hope, are you giving it 5 stars?
I can understand if somebody wants to give it 4, but like, Jess.
Disappointed with you.
I'm just taking.
If people crap about the ratings on graphic novels, so I'm very familiar.
Tonight I do, I guess.
Okay, so I finished Unfamiliar by Haley Newsome, and I think I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I overall really enjoyed it. It took a little while for me to like get into, but I feel like once we started to get to know more of the characters, more of this world, and like what a familiar was and things like that, I was like, okay, I'm on board. Like I've said before, I'm very new to graphic novels and things like that, so I really don't have a lot to compare it to, but I do know, like, I've read the graphic novel series Heartstopper, and I love that one. All of them have always been 5 stars for me, and I know I didn't like this one as much as that one, so that's why I'm giving it 3 stars. But I am excited to possibly pick up the next one in the series. So yeah, we had our first like intermission in between the first 2 sprints, and I am currently reading Lore Olympus Volume 1, and this is by Rachel Smith. It was a webtoon phenomenon, apparently, is what it says at the top. So I will say the pages are not numbered, which is kind of weird, but I'm about this much into the book, and I'm like really liking the pinks and the blues. So far I'm really liking it. However, I feel like I'm not connecting with it, and I think it's because I'm not as familiar with Greek mythology. But this is essentially a romance between Persephone, which I think is the god of spring, or the goddess of spring, and then you have Hades, who's like the god of the underworld in Greek mythology. So I'm liking it so far. I'm just trying to like figure it out. All right, I just finished Volume 1 of Lore Olympus, and I'm not sure how I feel. I want to say another 3 star, but I think I'm really excited to continue because it did get pretty dark at the end. There are a lot of triggers, so I am just going to quickly read the content warnings. It says, Lore Olympus regularly deals with themes of physical and mental abuse, sexual trauma, and toxic relationships. Some of these interactions in this volume may be distressing for some readers. Please exercise distraction and seek out support from others if you require it. And it did get pretty dark at the end. Like, I was just like, oh, we went there. I was in the chat for the reading sprints, and I was like, I kind of want to keep going, but I'm also like in the mood to pick up something different just because I have so much. So I think I am going to pick up another book in between and then go back to Volume 2. And people in the chat were giving me cake emojis, so I'm going to pick up Batter Royale. This one just sounds super cute. It says, a talented young baker is selected to participate in a baking reality show and finds herself mixed up in a spicy competition, bitter rivalry, and sweet romance. So baking competition and a romance sounds perfect to me. Good morning, everyone. What a crazy update I have for you. So I can't remember the last thing I said to the camera last night, but I have read 4 graphic novels. So let me give you like a small wrap up in a way. So I have read 4 books, and I have DNF'd one. I know, I feel so bad. I don't know what it is, but I feel bad for DNFing a graphic novel, but I did, unfortunately. So here they are. So I read Batter Royale, which I absolutely loved. I kind of want to like reread it in a way, but like I have other things I need to get to. Gave that one 5 stars, and then I read Happily Ever After and Everything in Between by Debbie Tung, and I actually really enjoyed this one. I felt like it's so relatable. Now, is this like earth-shattering? No, but like it literally made me feel so freaking like seen when it comes to being married. And then I also started off with Unfamiliar. I originally gave this one 3 stars, like in my head, but I'm gonna bump it up to 4 stars because I read another one that I actually did not like as much. So I do overall enjoy this one, and I definitely want to continue the series. So I'm gonna bump that up to 4 stars. You're welcome, Keisha. But I also read Lore Olympus Volume 1, ended up giving this one 3 stars. I feel like I'm just lacking the knowledge of Greek mythology because there's so many god and goddesses. And I'm like, all right, I feel like I should have to know who you are to know what's happening, and I don't, and that's concerning for me. So yeah, so but I did overall enjoy like the chemistry between Hades and Persephone, so I decided to pick up Volume 2, but I'm actually DNFing this one, and I don't think I'm going to continue in the series, unfortunately. So I think if you are a Greek mythology girly, it's for you, but unfortunately it's not for me. So I do overall enjoy it, and I wanted to love it because it was my most anticipated out of all the graphic novels, but I can't do it. So that leaves me with 2 more graphic novels for the rest of the day. I have Cece's Journal, and I also have City of Secrets. So Keisha and Gwen are actually hosting some morning reading sprints. I'm hoping to read one of these before I have to leave to go meet a friend for lunch. So I'm gonna have them pick. I feel like just based on them 2, they're gonna pick Cece's Journal, but oh well.
Which you've read this one. My Life Imitation. Huh? Oh, you have it? It's not this one? She's written a couple, and I know you've read some of hers.
Alright guys, that is a wrap for the 24-hour graphic novel readathon, even though I've been reading it way over 24 hours. So I'm not going to do like a full wrap up because I just got done editing all the footage up until now. So I believe I just gave you like a full wrap up. So I'm gonna give you a wrap up on the last 2 books I read. So the next one that I picked up was Cece's Journal. I actually read part 1 or book 1 in Keisha's reading sprints. Her and Gwen did this like morning graphic novels in her PJs reading sprints, which was super cute, and I loved that idea. But I read book 1, and then I did have some other plans for later in the afternoon. So I did get home and finish book 2 later on that night. I did come back home and end up finishing book 2 or part 2, whatever it's called, and I'm giving this one 4 stars. I can see why people love this one and are rating it very, very high, like 5 stars. This one just was not like my overall favorite. However, I do really like the artwork. So like here's some of the artwork. Like here's part 2, or yeah, part 2, Hector's book. That's the one that I read last. Like, look at this beautiful artwork. Stunning. So I really, really enjoyed this one. I'm giving it 4 stars. And then actually this morning, which it's Sunday, I actually woke up kind of early but did not feel like getting out of bed, and I actually had City of Secrets on my little bedside table. So I just kind of propped myself up and finished reading this one, and this one read super quick. I am giving this one 3 stars, and I am slightly interested to continue the series. However, I'm not like in a dire need to pick it up. This one has, again, beautiful artwork as well. I feel like, I mean, can you really say like a graphic novel does not have beautiful artwork? Like, come on. I'm giving this one 3 stars just because like reading it, there was not a whole lot of like dialogue. Like, let me find a good example. Like, there would just be like pages where like nobody was really talking. It was just like showing in a way. Like here, I mean, this isn't like huge, but like literally there's only like 3 thought bubbles. So I don't know. It was very different. It wasn't exactly what I was like kind of looking for. Like here's another one, like only 2 thought bubbles. So I don't know. I thought this was okay. I might pick up book 2. I might not. We'll see. But yeah, 3 stars. All right, guys, that is everything for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you so much to the hosts, Gwen, Keisha, and Elizabeth, for putting on a phenomenal 24-hour graphic novel readathon. I am so excited, and I really hope this comes back in the future. Make sure you go follow all the hosts. I will have all the readathon information down in the description box. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It really does support my channel, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost.